Yeah, let's go. Just take me now, she said. I wanna feel no pain. Just pin me down, she said. I wanna misbehave. She looks me dead in the eyes, she's staring straight through my soul. She wants something new, she's sick of everything old. She said stay for a minute, play with my limits, drink till we're sinning, baby I'm ready. She said stay for a minute, play with my limits, drink till we're sinning, baby I'm ready to go. Shake that ass like you want it, girl. Down low, flaunt it, girl. I just wanna smack it all around like I own it, girl. kiss me now. She said, I wanna feel something. Just break me down. She said, I don't wanna play games. She said she's finally alive when she starts losing control. I said I know what to do, just let our bodies go. She said stay for a minute, play with my limits, drink till we're sinning, baby I'm ready. She said stay for a minute, play with my limits, drink till we're sinning, baby I'm ready to go. Said shake that ass like you want it, girl, down low, front it, girl. I just wanna smack it all around like I own it, girl. Said shake that ass like you want it, girl, down low, front it, girl. I just wanna smack it all around like I own it, girl. For a minute, play with my limits, drink till we're sinning, baby I'm ready. She said stay for a minute, play with my limits, drink till we're sinning, baby I'm ready to go.
さあ派手にやろうぜ。
音楽鳴ったらぶっ倒れるまで踊り続けるぜ。
そんな
バカな。ワン
早く早く
ツージャンゴ。
Alright, I'm here. Where's the stupid thing? Why is this not working? Hold on. StreamYard. There we go. There we are. You think I would get this done beforehand, which I was doing. I was testing it, and things still messed up because I'm amazing. Alright. Let me go ahead and bring in my special guest. You might as well call her a co-host since she's been here for almost every show. Ishtar.
At least this time we're not listening to Myron.
Why are you? What happened to your picture?
I don't know. I didn't take it off.
Well, there's no picture. Give the people something to look at.
Jesus Christ, you're demanding.
Well, they don't come here for me. I am not the TNA here. You are.
I don't know where you get that idea from.
Because I've seen you walk through this house in nothing but a towel.
I seem to be having trouble getting my avatar up and running.
100% professional show. That's exactly what this is.
You know, I have things I could be doing. I don't have to be here.
But you are here, which is important.
Yes, I'm here.
I have something for everyone to see, Ishtar. Do you remember?
There.
Well, that's not necessarily TNA. That's kind of cute and adorable.
And murderous, I'm carrying a knife.
No one can see the knife.
It's kind of off to the side.
And see, Critical Thinker says safe to say she's eye candy.
Well, I can be Sustar right now because I can't upload another picture.
Alright. Alright. Ishtar and I did something important. And I'm going to share it with you all today before I share it with the world. Do you remember what we did, Ishtar?
Kind of hard to ignore.
What do you mean kind of hard to ignore?
I can't answer that without giving away what we did.
All
so
right.
just
We did.
do your thing, please.
It's loading up. Right? It should be.
Hello.
I'm here. StreamYard.
Oh, you were cutting out.
Yeah, StreamYard and things are acting up. But we got this going. So let me show you all. Ishtar and I did a final review of Why Women Deserve Less. And it is actually a YouTube short because YouTube has now taken in consideration that shorts can be up to 3 minutes long. So I'm going to share this all with you because I think it's important you all understand what we think of this book. Also understand that this actual filming was 7+ minutes, but I had to cut it down to make it a short. So let's make sure the volume is all the way up. You can see it, Ishtar, in Streamlabs.
Mm-hmm.
You should
Yeah.
be able to hear it.
Well,
as
not
well.
in.
Not Streamlabs, StreamYard.
I can see it on the thingy.
All right, you should be able to hear it as well. So let's test that real quick. So this is the final review.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We can talk about this after. Let's start at the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Ishtar and I's final review of Why Women Deserve Less. I'm just going to let this play. So this is the final review of Why Women Deserve Less from Myron Gaines. Ishtar, what's your final review?
I am going to call back a meme. That was the stupidest thing that has ever been written. We are all dumber for having read it.
Thank you, Cars.
Fucking hell, Myron's even taking his goddamn time to burn. Well, his book specifically.
Come on. Are you still there, Ishtar?
Yeah.
Alright. Something is going on. 100% completely professional. So this is the final... What is going on? StreamYard is just not wanting to cooperate. You know, this could have something to do with the storm that we experienced yesterday. Which is a possibility. Alright, let's try this again.
You're muted.
I'm not muted. Something is going on where it's just not working. Can you hear
Still
me?
muted.
Can you hear me?
Thank you for unmuting.
Can you... Am I roboting or whatever?
Not at the moment.
Okay, let's try this again. Really want to show you all this. I think it's hilarious. But apparently, StreamYard doesn't want to let me. So we're gonna do this again. Review of Why Women Deserve Less from Myron Gaines. Ishtar, what's your final review?
I am going to call back a meme. That was the stupidest thing that has ever been written. We are all dumber for having read it.
I would like to point out, guys, that it is cold
Fucking
and
hell,
wet outside
Myron's
while
even
we're
taking
doing
his
this.
goddamn time to burn. Well, his book specifically.
I did do the honors. That's my hand.
There we go.
It's about time. See? Look how nice that is.
There we go.
He couldn't even. His book couldn't even burn without being annoying.
This is the perfect review for you, Myron. This is what everyone should do with your book. We're getting rid of it so it doesn't hurt anyone else.
Incels roasting on an open fire. I'm not witty enough to come up with the rest of that song.
At least I'm honest about my faults.
True, you are.
It's got a weird smell. Probably much like Myron.
That's the incel.
This is the smell of incels as they burn.
Yes.
That was not a threat, by the way, for any incels.
And that's it. An honest review of Why Women Deserve Less. The final review of Why Women Deserve Less, because we don't have that book anymore. It is gone. Thankfully.
A part of me died.
I want you all to understand, Ishtar didn't even want to let me burn 50 Shades of Grey, but she wanted to burn that book. That should tell you something. Critical Thinker said that's the most beautiful thing that he's ever seen. Well, don't let that make it be the most beautiful thing you've ever seen yet. We have something special to talk about tonight after that. Kind of to wash our brains after Myron. Now, we did a short break from Why Women Deserve Less. We talked about the do's and don'ts of BDSM. So, this time, from a suggestion from Banshee, we're going to talk about the, as Ray put it, the Dil-Do's and the Dil-Don'ts of sex toys. Now, I have some ready to go that we're going to talk about. Some of them are a little odd, some of them are a little normal, and...
My
well,
search function is forever cursed now.
and we're going to have some fun with this. This is going to be a bit more of a shorter stream, a little bit lighthearted, but it'll be fun. So let me go ahead and get these pulled up. So we're going to go with this layout again.
It's going to have to be very quick, this next section, because we're already halfway through the stream.
Well, we have a certain amount of things to go through. We'll be fine. And it's not sharing. All right, this is what's sharing.
What is wrong with your setup today?
I don't know. It's just messing up. So this is just going to be a short stream. So we're going to talk about this one first. This is a classic. So, ladies and gentlemen, this, I know you can barely see it, but this is your typical vibrating wand. This is, of course, a favorite of young women everywhere, and it happens to be from Adam and Eve. Now, most of the time, these things have multiple different speeds and the like. I don't think you own one of these, Ishtar.
I do not. They are very expensive.
Are they?
Yes.
Like, how much are we talking here?
They usually range about 70 to 100 plus. Depends on
100
how.
plus?
Yeah, I think I've seen one of them is about $200. And it's a Hitachi.
Why?
Because...
Does it do your taxes for you?
I don't know why. I look at the price tag and move on.
So, alright, so this is a typical vibrator. It doesn't go into anything. The end is, it just vibrates at 10 different speeds. Some of the more expensive ones, like Ishtar was talking about, have different variations instead of speeds. You can they vibrate at different things. Now, here are some do's and don'ts to this. Don't oversensitize the woman. Unless she's into that. There are some women out there who like to be oversensitized. It makes them, it starts to kind of hurt. So this is this is a basic vibrator. You can use it. Now, it is usually advertised as a quote-unquote personal massager. And I guess you could use it for that. But most women don't. This is for clitoral stimulation, usually only. And a lot of women swear by it. Have you ever used one?
A clitoral stimulator?
No, this.
Oh,
A
no,
wand.
I don't own one. Why would I have used that?
I didn't know you before you met Matt, so I don't know if you owned one before.
No, I have a very irritating tendency of not really wanting to spend money on myself. So when I buy personal things like vibrators and toys, I buy something cheap. Like my favorite toy is like $15.
Well, we'll get to that soon.
So no, I can guarantee you, the majority of the toys on this I don't have and have not used.
So this one doesn't really have any don'ts. Like, just
Oh, that is untrue.
well, by all means.
So, when you have vibrators like this that are meant to be used with a clitoral stimulation, you have to be careful of where you put it. Because if you put it in the wrong spot against the clit, you will make her pee herself. If you're into that, awesome. If you're not, don't do that, because right underneath the clit is the urethra. And if you vibrate or stimulate the urethra, urine happens.
Usually in porn, that's called squirting.
Yeah.
Real life, there's no such thing as squirt. It's just pee.
Yes.
I'm sorry for those of you who are fans of that genre, that niche. That's yeah.
If you are, there's no shame.
we don't
We
kink
don't
shame
do the
here.
shame here.
No, you are free to be safe in what you like.
As long as it's willing. Everybody's willing. So you can do wrong things with it. You can oversensitize the clit with it, which, from my personal experience, takes a good couple of days to die down, and then you're still hypersensitive for several days afterwards. And then don't try and insert it.
Now, there are some women out there who are
Don't.
size queens that can fit that.
Unless you know she's a size queen and she likes fisting, don't try to insert it. It will hurt. This one I do not know from experience, but it's kind of common sense, and unfortunately, common sense isn't.
I was going to say, when I said there weren't many don'ts for this one, that would be one of them. Don't insert it.
Yeah, it's
But-
not what it's designed for. And use a condom on it.
Well, most of them are silicone or hard plastic, so they're easy to clean.
Yes, but it's better if you use a condom for cleanup afterwards.
That's fair. This is a very basic toy. You know, if you're getting into things with your girl and you just want to start introducing something a little fun, you could get something like this. As Ishtar said, they can go all the way up to $200 and something. But
And usually when you get to that level, you are getting all kinds of attachments.
yeah, so for this one, I would just stick with This is basic fun play. It can be ticklish. It can be things, you know, you can use it on other parts of the woman's body or even the man's body. I've seen men have it used by pressing it up against the underside of the penis at the base, you know, at the base of the shaft. So it works all around.
Would it massage the prostate from the outside?
No, because the prostate's
No?
a little bit farther in than that.
Oh,
But
okay.
a lot of men do get stimulation from the boys being played with, and a lot of men do like having the vibrations. Not a high vibration like some women like, more of a low kind of tingling vibration. But we have a couple to go through, and some of them are going to need some discussing. So we're going to move on from this one. And we're just going to close that out. And then we're going to share again. 5-3. No. Yeah, we're going to 539. This one. Alright, so this one, these are also vibrators. Oh, I forgot how to drop the night sky. These are also vibrators, or can be, like the one that's in the middle, the giant, you can't see my cursor, damn it. The more penile looking one, as you can see, it's got a red button on it because it's a vibrator. Now, these come in multiple different sizes, shapes, colors, but they have suction cups, as you can see with the two at the back. These are usually used strictly solo. They can be used for toys, but this is for things that these are usually
Go up your butt.
those are the two at the back. Those
No,
are...
that whole thing, that whole set
it's
is a
set.
starter set for behind. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. This is for guys.
Oh,
It
is
is.
it?
Yeah.
You didn't explain that when you sent it to me, because
I thought it would be kind of obvious that one's got a ring and a bulb.
Well, here's the thing. There are ones that are made for women like that, and they use it to hold on to onto it as they move it in and out. You should have explained yourself a little bit more.
I was busy. Do you know how much editing I have to do between now and due date?
I don't.
It's a lot.
So this is for men. So this is prostate massage stuff. Now those two in the back are butt plugs. They're anal beads. The front right is not for both sides. The front right, that is I would say, it's a cock ring.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cock ring with
with a plug that actually is supposed to massage the prostate, put pressure on it, so it keeps you hard longer. All of these are safe. And for those of you, the joke is women have multiple sensitive areas, but the big one everyone knows about is the G-spot. Men also
which
have...
most guys can't find. Sorry.
Men also happen to have a G-spot. And don't be ashamed if you don't know this. It's the prostate. Now what the prostate is it is actually the muscle that controls the contractions. So like women call it Kegels, men can do the same thing. Squeeze basically like you're puckering your butthole. You squeeze your butthole, that's your prostate.
Your butthole is not your prostate.
No, the muscle that is used.
Your prostate.
Yes, the muscle that is... Forgive me, Ishtar.
Oh, it's not for me. It's for people who may come later and be like, what the fuck is this Brit talking about?
So, yes, the muscle that is used to squeeze your butthole, clench your butthole, is your prostate muscle. For what that is that muscle controls the contractions during orgasm for men. It also happens to be super sensitive. So there have been reports of men who get prostate exams who haven't had their prostate touched and are not used to it, who feel ashamed afterwards because they get aroused, or they, nice way to put it is they get off a little bit. What these toys are for is to train your prostate. You can. It's very simple. Women do it too with Kegels. You can train your prostate, get it stronger, which is actually a good thing because it doesn't cause it to enlarge when you get older. And
That's why they recommend you masturbate a
yes.
lot.
I believe the recommendation for a man who does not have a sexual partner is to masturbate at least twice a week. And that is to get your prostate moving. That's when it stops and it starts having build up and it gets weaker. Not only does that muscle make it hard for you to pee, like get a good stream going, but that is also where prostate cancer comes from. And unfortunately, prostate cancer is one of the highest levels of cancer killing men today.
Because it's embarrassing.
And men don't do things about that are embarrassing. They don't want to go to the doctor. They don't want to get the little finger up the butt. All of that stuff is extremely necessary. And what these toys do is not only for men, but show you how, for men, it shows you how you like to have your body manipulated. Now,
It's the same thing as playing with certain muscles on a girl. It teaches you what to do with your body and what things should feel like.
yes. And as you can see, there are different levels. And the one in the front is a vibrator. So if you find out you like the vibrations, well, now you know it's something you like. Which also, if there are thousands upon thousands of men out there that like anal play. Don't let them tell you differently. Because
it's not gay.
Because they found out that the prostate, when it's played with, feels good. So one of the biggest things that men get made fun of for is being pegged. And it's shown as being submissive, being a beta, you're a cuck, whatever it is. No. Now, that is part of the kink. But what those men have found out is how to have better orgasms. If you strengthen your prostate, your orgasm gets better. Now, women can have multiple orgasms.
Aren't we lucky?
Multiple intense orgasms. A man who learns what he likes with his prostate gets to experience that intensity of orgasm. It's not just the quick rocket ship kind of explosion of, oh god, that feels good, and then it's over. It is an intense, longer orgasm. So if that's something you want to experience, or you've been with a woman who has had intense climaxes and you're kind of jealous and you want to experience it, this is for you.
No shame.
Yeah, it's nothing to be ashamed of at all. Even though men are and will continue to be. Alright, so the next one...
Men are weird creatures.
They are. The next one we're going to go to is 67604. That one. Oh, that makes it so much easier. Alright. I'm learning things about StreamYard. I'm going to... hold on. I want to see if this works. So... entire screen. No. Okay, so it is just... well, that's stupid. Alright. This one is also very basic. It is a dildo. Everyone has seen it. Men have seen it because they've looked down between their legs. This one is shaped and modelled after, well, a human penis. There are many types. This one happens to be clear. This one happens to have colour. And it has a suction cup. What the suction cup is for, I don't think I need to actually tell you. But women can put it up, women or men can put it up against the suction cup on the wall, something on the floor. It sticks there, and then they can rock their hips and have the experience of pretending to have sex.
Fun fact, dildos are not my favorite toys.
No, that's true. I've heard the stories. Now, we did go over some of the do's and don'ts of the anal stuff. This one, again, very basic. If it hurts when you're doing something with this, stop doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple. If you're pushing into
Guys, guys, be careful if you're helping your lady use this. You can hurt her. For her, it feels like she has been punched in the womb. And that pain lingers for like several days.
Ray says you can also stick it to your forehead and pretend to be a unicorn. I mean,
No
if you want,
shaming.
yeah, if you want to do that, that's perfectly fine. So yes, this is a basic one. There's not much you can do. If it hurts, don't do it. Like that's the basic don't of the basic dildo.
And like with all the other toys, make sure you use condoms or you clean it very, very thoroughly.
Now, what most people don't know is if you want to clean it and you don't want to use a condom, most dildos like this are made out of synthetic materials, and they're and they are dishwasher safe. You can actually clean it and sterilize it through using the dishwasher. You just put it on the top rack and everything's hunky-dory. The women who sell these sex toys for, like, they go do the women parties and sell the sex toys, they actually have like a cycle set specifically for their toys. Ray says most women only have like 3 or 4 inches of room in there, depending on how they are positioned. This is very true, which is why we have discussed before the average size of a man being about 5.5 inches is actually perfect for most women. Because, well, they don't have a lot of room, and someone with a 12-inch cock bottoming out in them usually hurts unless they're used to it.
So, just in general with all the toys, but particularly with toys being used for females, is hygiene is so important.
Yes.
Women can get very, very sick if you are not careful. The joyful place down there is a very delicate environment. And you do not want to have her mad at you because you didn't clean the toy properly, and now she's got an infection, because she will make it your problem too.
Urinary tract infections can happen. Yeast infections can happen.
Which are god-awful.
You can also, if, let's say, you're in a group scenario and you don't clean it well enough, you can actually transfer STDs from it because of the environment that's already on it into something even more warm. So you need... The do's and don'ts is very much just make sure it's clean.
When in doubt, hygiene.
Also,
Clean it again.
Yeah. Also, I know in porn they show women playing with dildos going, from their back door to the front hole.
Don't do that!
Forgive me for putting it that way. These women get enemas before porn. Alright? They make sure they're completely cleaned out. And even then, they still clean themselves up afterwards. Porn actresses are really good at making you pretend that normal the things that aren't normal are normal. So if you happen to be a lady who likes to have it up the backside and you're not done, clean it first.
Even then, in porn, there's often jump cuts that they use those jump cuts um, to either switch out the toy with an identical one or to clean the one they're using because they don't want to risk the health of their actors.
Yes. So,
And when I say risk the health, guys, uh, doing that and not being careful can actually cause a form of rot in the lady bits.
and you don't want
It's
that.
disgusting and can actually be fatal if you ignore it long enough.
Yeah, so
Most women are smart enough not to ignore it. You will pay the price for it later.
yeah, don't do that. It's bad.
Yeah. That's a really good rule of thumb, thinker. If you've seen it in a porn, don't do it.
Or research it first.
If you must.
All right, let's go to the next one because we like I said, this is a short one, so we're going to go through these relatively quickly. All right, the next one is a fun one, Ishtar, and it's also going to be one that you can't deny that you don't have something like it.
Which one is it?
That one.
I do have something like that.
So-
It's a very interesting feeling.
All right, so it's up on
This
screen
one
now.
requires.
Go ahead.
Yep. This one requires a little bit of work and the right mindset to thoroughly enjoy. You have to, well, for one thing, you have to make the gelatin eggs. This is
Eggs.
called an ovipositor. The little balls there are called eggs. They're made of gelatin, which is good and bad. And I'll explain that in a second. But you have to play around with this one and get comfortable with which size of egg.
There are size
It is a
queens out there.
particular mental. For me, it's a particular mood I will get into. If you've been here before, we've talked about sex. I am a very mental person, and if my mind is not engaged, I'm not going to get aroused. So, fantasies can go kind of weird places. This is one of them.
Also,
The drawback of gelatin is that when it gets moist,
and
it
warm.
starts to dissolve. Do not use sugared gelatin. Do not use
Don't.
Jello. Do not use anything edible to make,
unless
the
you
egg.
plan on douching afterwards.
because that's a real good way to get a yeast infection.
So this ovipositor was created. This one I think is Bad Dragon.
No, it's
No?
Primal Hardware.
Okay, Primal Hardware. There's a mega shit ton of companies out there that focus on creature features. Bad Dragon has ovipositors. As you said, Critical Hardware has it. These things, Primal Hardware has it.
Two different stores, guys. Two different stores.
Yeah, these things are for the fantasy of the people who wanted to, experience hentai in real life, or experience things that they see, or they particularly see a furry and think, okay, I would like to try that. We'll get to
Or
that in
if
a
you're
second.
on Book Talk, they're monster fuckers. They like the vampires, the gargoyles,
The werewolves.
yeah, this is right up their alley because there's something illicit about it.
These things are niche and expensive, but
As they should be.
they are
Good ones.
extremely well made.
good ones. I mean, we can recommend personally anything from Primal Hardware is very good quality.
Uh,
Bad Dragon is a little overpriced.
and then there's not the saw toys,
Decent toys.
and also decently priced.
Yes.
Primal Hardware is good for what it is, and they have. Make sure you know what you're getting because they have size measurements and things like that.
Pay very close attention to the size measurements and the comparisons to the cans.
Yes. So
You will be surprised when you see it in real life.
so do's for this one are have fun with it. Don't be embarrassed. You're going to be doing something that is extremely kinky, and if your woman is into it, more power to men as well. Those can go in other orifices. Um, as Ishtar said, there are some don'ts. Once again, if it hurts, don't do it. All right, but for the gelatin eggs take about 24 hours to cure, and you need them to be solid in order to play with them. Don't let them, unless it's something she wants to do, don't let them sit inside a warm, moist environment for too long because they will dissolve. And then,
It's
well,
not good.
then next time she decides to sit down or put on a pair of underwear, she's going to have a mess in her panties.
Yeah, and it's not great for the health of the lady bits in general to put such things in there and leave them.
So you can use dye,
We did that.
but
Not recommended.
the dye
It
transfers.
leaked.
The dye
Un-
transfers.
Unless you want your Pookie to be rainbow colored. There you go. Maybe don't use dye.
And again, if you're going to use Jello, make sure you have something handy to clean out the vagina with because it can cause problems. But as you can see on this one, there are bumps and textures and things like that. They try and get it as quote-unquote realistic to what your fantasy is as possible. Those bumps are also strategically placed to hit certain sensitive spots, so it's supposed to also feel good for the woman or the man, wherever you're putting it.
When you're choosing a toy for a woman or helping your woman choose a toy or your guy, texture over size.
Yes. Softness as well. Ovipositors are hollow, so they're extremely soft. You don't want a firm ovipositor, or else it's not going to feel good because it's spreading. They want what it does and why it's hollow and soft is this. You're supposed to feel the egg being pushed in. It's an entire experience.
Which basically feels like a ripple
So, all right.
going in.
All right, so we're gonna go with something else basic, and again for the guys.
We're not making them red. We're discussing. We're discussing what you should and should not do.
28F. Here we go. This one is also pretty basic. So, men, this is kind of a complicated one, and it's glow in the dark. I don't know why. This is a cock ring. This is how porn stars stay hard longer, and how they can stave off an orgasm longer. So for men, this is something very important. If you want to last longer, you see at the back where it's got something wrapped around the base of the balls. That constricts the testes, which makes it harder for them to orgasm. You last longer. That's what this is for. The vibrating thing is supposed to transfer the vibrations into the woman, Ishtar, you've tried this before. Did it work?
Not really. Not for me.
So it's
it
supposed
was
to. It doesn't work most of the time. If you want a cock ring, you just want something comfortable, slightly restrictive, and able to stretch.
yes. Matt enjoyed it, but it didn't get the right angles for me to really enjoy it.
So, do's for this are quite simple. Find one that fits, find one that feels comfortable with a material that you like. They come in silicone, they come in rubber, there are plastic. Plastics are usually cheap. They sell some of these things at Walmart, believe it or not.
Get a silicone one. Silicone ones stretch the best and will be easier to get off in the event that it doesn't fit.
Now, the don'ts for this are very simple. If you are wrapping this around your boys and it suddenly hurts and is extremely painful,
Stop,
take it off. There's no real bad don'ts with this.
It's pretty benign.
You want to make sure it's secure. Now, there are some that just wrap around the base of the penis. The ones that wrap around the testes, you need to make sure that you're comfortable with that.
We had to go with this one because it was really hard to find them that didn't have a dick that they were modeling it on.
Yes. And we don't want to get the stream shut down.
No, we're already flirting with danger right now.
So this, again, it's fun. You find one that's comfortable. Find one that has a material that you like feeling on your skin. Also understand that if your lady has a forest down there and you are wearing one, there is a good chance that it could also grab some hairs and pull.
In which case, your fun time is over.
And also understand that while you're putting it on, if you have a forest down there, it's going to grab some hairs and pull. So
I leave it up to you to decide if fun time is over at that point. Some men like it.
So again, if it to be honest, one of the main things with these toys that are a don't is if it starts to hurt or it doesn't feel good, don't do it. So we will move on to the next one. Let's see. Excuse me. Yes. This one.
We're talking about sex toys.
This one, AH. I'm gonna have to zoom out a little bit first. Hold on. Here we go. AH. This one is also for the men. We're going down a rabbit hole here. Why is it not loading? That's why. Hello?
I tried to give 3 of each.
Perfectly fine.
Equality.
This one is for the men. Now, these things have different terms.
Yeah.
These are basically sleeves or pocket pussies. This one happens to be based on a creature. As you can see, it's advertised to be made with premium silicone.
No, Death Banshee, we have not discussed sounding. We will not be discussing sounding tonight.
So this one...
That's a little more advanced.
I do want to point out that all of the creature toys usually have names. This one's name is Ursa. So you can see the little animation. That's how it's supposed to be worked. It's supposed to be... her... I don't know what type of her, but it's supposed to be her... What is it, a hand?
Lower bits.
With a hand on it.
No,
No.
no. There's a picture on the website of her, and those little spiny things are between her legs.
Oh, okay.
She's an alien.
It looks like a Halloween costume glove. Yes, but as you can see, it said it's made with premium silicone. This again is for the fantasy. If you want to be a monster, as Ishtar put it, a monster fucker, this is for the men. This also, so this is a little bit more complicated with the do's and don'ts. Do find something that you find aesthetically pleasing. Do find something that fits your size. This is where the don't comes in. For these, if you are uncircumcised, you need to take into consideration your foreskin, because it will grab and it will pull on the inside. And that can cause tearing, which can become extremely painful. So, one of the do's with these is you do need a lot of lube. I'm not just talking about spitting on it and then shoving it in. Water-based lubricant is definitely needed. They have, actually, believe it or not, Walmart and Target have a lot of really good lubricants to choose from. I was shocked.
Hello?
Hello.
They have.
A lot of good lubricants to choose from. I was actually shocked at the amount that they have. Anything water-based is really good. Yes, as Banshee says, water-based is important. So, again, this is kind of basic, very simple. It's just a sleeve that you use. It's a masturbator, and it just happens to be in the shape of a monster. There are also ones that are shaped like rabbit butts, or dog... what do they call it? A donut? A dog's donut. I don't know why it's called a donut, but whatever. There are also ones that are shaped like humans, that are usually modeled after actual porn stars, if you happen to have a favorite. Those are usually expensive. One of the big ones that everyone knows about is a fleshlight. Those are
the most common ones that everyone sees.
Yeah. These creature ones are usually, again, as I said, very expensive. They also have some that look like mouths, so if you want to do it that way. If you want to get a blowjob from a dragon, you can.
Yep.
Alright, so we have a little bit of time left, and we have 2 toys left. Both of them are your favorites. We're going to go with the basic one first. We're going to go with the basic one first, which you have lovingly dubbed white.
So here's the thing, guys.
Hold on, I have to zoom in. So give me a second.
Toys can get super, super fancy and complicated and sets and charging cables. But at the end of the day, my absolute favorite toy is this $15 clitoral Hummer from Cal Exotics. I have worn through several of these. It is the best toy in my arsenal.
It can be.
I've had a couple of variations of it.
It can be inserted as well.
Mm-hmm. It is designed for that. It is designed primarily to work on your clit. Ladies, if you like clit, cannot recommend this one more.
And as she said, it's only $15.
Yeah, like $15, $20. It takes 2 AA's. It's simple. It's a firm plastic, so it's easy to clean up. It's not very comfortable to insert, admittedly, but I didn't buy it for that. This is what I use when Matt is not available, and I just want to get off. I don't want a whole lot of I don't want to be groped. I don't want a lot of all the extras. I just want a quick, strong orgasm. Perfect toy for that.
Now, the do's for this, of of course, find a rhythm that you like. It usually has a variable speed on it.
It does.
As Banshee said, make sure to clean it after it's done. Find a good rhythm, find a position that you like. These things, it is hard plastic. This is not something that is silicone based. This is hard plastic. So be careful.
It is not dishwasher friendly.
No. The base, well, the top, no, I would say the base is, yeah, it's not dishwasher friendly. So if you get
You
it
don't
wet, it's,
need it though for this one.
yeah. You don't have to use a condom if you don't want to on it. But
Because it is hard plastic, there's not a lot of detail to it, so there's not a lot of crevices. It's very quick and easy to clean up.
yes. Now the don'ts, we're going to say this again. If it hurts, don't do it. You heard Ishtar already. It's kind of uncomfortable to insert. So if that's something that you don't like, and that's because it has that little bulb at the top, if it's something you don't like, don't do it. There's not many don'ts with this one. It's kind of, again, common sense.
If Antoine is inserting my toy, he and I are going to have a conversation, and I'm going to stab him with it.
I haven't inserted your toy.
You had better not.
So,
I do need to buy a new one.
are you broke this one already?
The end cap popped off.
So this is going to be number 4 that she's gone through.
Yeah. It's a $15-$20 toy.
Matt needs to start buying them in bulk.
I'm not opposed to that.
All right. So the next one we actually talked about on. Well, we didn't talk about it, but we saw it on Threads of Truth. So I'm going to bring it up, and this is Ishtar's now second favorite toy.
Because it takes a little bit more time to get it going than I'm really happy with. Because usually when, like I said, I want to fight with my toy. I want to get off and move on.
All right. So this comes from a company.
It's $20.
$20. All right.
Not this one.
No, this one is about 50. So this comes from a
my
company called Tracy's
Yeah.
Dog, and it is a G-Spot.
Don't know why. Don't ask.
Yeah, I don't know why it's called Tracy's Dog. They chose to name it that, and they can keep that. This is a G-Spot simulator and a clitoral suction simulator. A stimulator. And they both work at the same time. There is 10 different speeds, 10 different variations of vibration or suction. So 40 different combinations of things. Well, not combinations, but 40 different functions. The combinations are seemingly endless. Now, this is a toy that is strictly a masturbator. Matt and Ishtar discovered that when they tried playing with it the first time, and it's very uncomfortable to like push in and out. This is meant to sit inside the woman, where she gets what she wants, the vibrations and the movement and things like that, the suction on the clit, and just let it go. Grabs onto her like a face hugger.
No, I'm not having a stroke, critical thinker. I was just trying to speak, and himself kept talking. It's the delay. It happens. So, did you just cut yourself off?
No?
Okay. I was very skeptical about suction toys because comparatively, they're sort of new in the market. I mean, they've been around, but you're starting to see a lot more of them. They're starting to become more prominent.
Suction toys are new, like the rose toys, which are clitoral strokers, I think is the category that they are.
I don't know what they're called, but I was very skeptical. because I was like, how can this toy get a proper seal on it to get some good suction going? Hand to God, I will admit I was wrong.
Now, you were there for the review of this toy.
I was. I was like, they are exaggerating it. It's hilarious, but they are exaggerating so much.
Were they exaggerating?
They were only slightly exaggerating.
So,
Only slightly because I was able to use my legs afterwards.
that's fair. That's fair.
However, usually when I do clit stuff, I can get myself off 3 times before my little bud is too sore, is too uncomfortable from being sensitized. I managed 2 before I was like, get it off me, get it out of me, I'm done.
Well, it was also stimulating two things at the same time. So it was stimulating that
Yes.
bundle of nerves from
On
both
both ends.
sides. Yeah. So do's with this one: lubrication is important. Again, water-based lube.
Hmm.
If you're going to use this as a couple, the man can do the insertion and try and help, but the woman is going to have to find the spot for the suction.
Yes.
Unless the woman's clit is very prominent, she knows where it is better than you do. Let her find the suction. Um,
Once she's found it,
there is
that's when the fun
there
starts.
is a remote control that goes with this that can change the variations and the speeds of both. The bottom, the little doodad at the bottom, vibrates on its own. The suction at the top suctions at its own. It is dishwasher safe, and it is USB chargeable, so there's no batteries, but there is a hidden port that is covered up by the silicone that you have to plug in, and then you plug it into a USB uh, base. So high tech. Now, what's really great is it comes in a discrete box, but it also comes with stickers. It comes with stickers. It comes with its own little packaging. Like, the people who created this company uh, really went all out to try and give women something that they would like, because women like stickers. Plus, there's how to use it, how to take care of it, how to clean it. Um, just if this is going to be your thing, just make sure that you're hydrated, because this is going to attack spots in you that you had no idea you had.
Hmm.
Now, the don'ts. The don'ts are fairly simple. Again, if it hurts, don't do it. Don't overstimulate. Like, unless that's your thing and you like the overstimulation, overstimulation can be quite painful. So once it starts to hurt, you should probably stop. If you are doing this with a partner, this is not a masturbatory toy. This is a vibrating stationary toy. No pulling and pushing needed. It becomes very uncomfortable for the woman, because that bulb is supposed to help hold it in place. But it's actually a decent price. Now, they say it sells for like $70, but it is usually on sale for $50. And this thing has been so popular that Amazon has had to basically take it down because they're out of stock. So you can't find it on Amazon anymore. You can find it from the website itself, and, well, it's fun. If you're someone who likes to watch your partner, this is something for you.
So, with this one, when you're cleaning it, please be sure to clean inside the suction area carefully
Yes.
for obvious reasons.
Anything else to say about this
Otherwise,
one?
no, it's a very good toy. We are not being paid to discuss any of these,
That would be nice.
and we
I'd
do need
love
to
to
wrap.
get, yeah, I would love to get advertisers for this. Come on. StreamYard is just not wanting to work. I don't know what's going on with it. Alright. Well, that has been the do's and don'ts. Well, the Dil-Dos and the Dil-Don'ts of sex toys. At least for the ones that we've seen. There are a multitude of different types of sex toys out there. And feel free to experiment. Look around. You can find companies that sell toys on Twitter, of all places, and they'll link directly to their site.
Be careful with that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of scammers out there, but if they have a high following and they have a website of their own, it's a pretty good idea that that's an actual company. So it is a veritable treasure trove of toys out there for you to experience. Also, if you really are uncomfortable with it, ordering stuff online is probably the best way, but getting a good scope of things going to your local shop where you can ask questions regardless of how uncomfortable it makes you feel is probably a good idea. The women that work there know exactly what they're doing.
And they're likely not going to judge you. Because more than likely, they've tried everything in the store.
And, I mean, they do work at a sex toy store, so there's that.
Mm-hmm.
But, like we said, this was going to be a short one. No pun intended. Ishtar has some things she has to do, and I have some games I have to play. So, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Thank you for having some fun discussing some sex toys and other fun things. And we'll see you next time.
Good night, everyone.